I guess that's what we're working with. Microphone not working. Ooh. I see the array's working. What? Just so you guys can hear me, we'll switch it over to this array. It's not really ideal, but not okay with this basically dying. Yeah, I think my mic. Of course, I think it's dead. Of course, I think it's dead. I'm gonna look at it real quick. Just gonna look at the wrong thing. Yep, as anticipated. Bring up control panel maybe. I love troubleshooting on the fly. So, welcome to another edition of Biro Sports Talk. The mic is all over the place. We are all over the place as we troubleshoot the devices connected. Oh, look, I see it. But it's a microphone, dude. It's not. Oh my goodness. I see it. I see it saying it's there. I go to properties. Nothing there, so we'll just roll with it. It's all aesthetic now, I guess. So, welcome, I guess, to another edition of Biro Sports Talk. Sorry for the technical difficulties to start the show. As always, though, we got Evo Retro, your video game needs, your sports needs. You know, there's just a lot of needs. We're kind of backed into a corner right now due to some issues in the basement. But we're all good. Let's just dive on into some sports, shall we? And I can deal with this other stuff later. So, everybody still talking about realignment. And we're kind of like in the thick of dead season, so let's go with what we want to talk about. So what we want to talk about is these next 4 weeks we'll do some predictions. I'll probably keep track of them here. I'm making an Excel open right now so that I can keep track. Alright, so this year we're going to try to be a little better about just keeping track of picks, keeping track of literally anything and everything. So what I normally do year in, year out, I start with one division. So I'll either start with the West, North, South, or Northwest, South, East, or West, whatever. There's four on the each, the NFC and AFC. You know what I'm talking about. And we always end with the North, because, you know, the North, I have a little strong feelings about the North. So that's why the NFC North, the AFC North will be at the conclusion of this. So, next. For us, or should I say, how we're starting, we're going to start with the NFC East. See, we'll start with the NFC East, AFC East. Next week will be AFC West, NFC West. Yep, we'll just snake it like that. So we got the Cowboys, the Giants, the Commanders, and of course, the Eagles. How do I think they're going to fare this year? Honestly, I'm going to swing for the fences with some of these predictions. We're not going to do records yet. We're going to save that for the week after we do all these. But we're going to swing for the fences on this one. I think the Eagles pull off the upset in this division. I say upset, but they are building towards something. They got some dynamite players. Dynamite. More like dynamic players. And I just think they'll end up either edging out the Cowboys through a tiebreaker, or the Cowboys just can't put it all together. So what's next? I have the Cowboys next. So the Cowboys still very good. I can see them being a wild card team. Do I have that prediction right now? I don't know. We'll have to see how I end up doing. Excuse me. How I end up doing predictions. Like I said, Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, Giants. That's how I'm going this year with that division. Now, the reason for that, like I said, I think the Eagles put a lot of pieces in place to set them up. So last year, they were 9-8. They were a wild card team. Cowboys were 12-5. Honestly, I always feel like the Cowboys seem to coast. And if you look at the Cowboys' record or schedule, I can see a loss. 3 out of the 5 starting. They could lose to the Giants and they could lose to the Commanders. But those first 3 out of 5, potentially 4 out of 6, that's big. So say they go 4 out of 6, so they're 2-4. And then you got the Lions, 3-4, Bears 4-4, Packers, I'm going 4-5, Vikings 4-6, Giants 5-6, 5-7, 6-7, 7-7. We'll go 7-8, 8. Ooh man, 8-8. I'll go 8-8, and end up 9-8. So that, like I said, last year was the wild card for them. So I can very well see that for the Cowboys. Now, the other side of the coin, of course, the Eagles. How do they pull for their schedule? Always the question. I think they win. They get the Vikings at home, and I think they beat the Commanders. They beat the Jaguars. I give them a loss to the Cardinals. I gave them the win against the Cowboys. So right there, we're like 5-1. We'll go 5-2. I think the Steelers could still pull off the upset. 6-2, 7-2, 7-3, 7-4, 7-5, 8-5, 8-7. That'd make it 8-8, and I'm off by a game. But switch that to 9-7, and then 10-7. So I think they get that one extra game at 10-7. Oh man, then we got Washington. They always seem to play okay. They're kind of a 500-esque team still. However, they do have Carson Wentz, and I think Wentz will surprise some of us. They got an easy start with the Jaguars and Lions. Pretty tough 3-game stretch with Eagles, Cowboys, Titans. Bears will be a surprise. They're at the Bears. I think the Bears could win that one. The Packers, yeah, I think they lose to the Packers, lose to the Colts, lose to the Vikings, lose to the Eagles, beat the Texans, beat the Falcons, back-to-back against the Giants, 49ers, Browns. Yep, you'll get all this when I go through the schedules officially. But right now, Commanders are third, Giants fourth. Now, in the AFC side, just because I like to keep it, if we're doing the East on one side, we're going to do the East on the other side. And I like how I'm trying to talk into a microphone that's not the microphone right now. The microphone is right in front of me. It's kind of weird. Oh man, what am I doing though? Since we're talking about it and I'm looking at it, Evo Retro's been advertised so much. You know I'm your host, Biro. You know there's an email you can reach out at, birosportstalk@gmail.com. And let's not forget, you can follow us. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. Occasional pictures. I mean, if it's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, it's probably on Instagram. But you know, we're all over the place. We are trying to do better. Trying. I keep talking into a microphone. That is not the microphone. This is the microphone. Yeah. Ah, man. Sorry about that. But in the AFC East, you got some very good teams. You got your Bills, you got Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets. I don't like the fact that I agree with what I saw today, or the other day, I should say. The other day I saw Colin Cowherd. I always like watching his stuff. I do. I just don't like mirroring other people's stuff. Because, honestly, I see the Bills first in the division again. They're just that talented. I think 11-6, they kind of let off on the gas a little bit. Dolphins, I think they take that step. They were 9-8, one game out of a playoff berth last year. Steelers snuck in because they were 9-7-1. Dolphins right there. Patriots, I think they do take a step back. Do I think they go 10-7 again? No. I think the Dolphins and Patriots switch, honestly. I think 9-8, 10-7, that's a little more realistic. And the Jets have a very real possibility of getting better. Do I think they're better than the 3 teams in front of them? No, not right now. But Zach Wilson will take a step forward, I believe. And they have so many other things they can do. It'll be worth it. Like I said, we'll go over the records eventually. At the end of all this, we will go through and actually have an option for you. Predictions, and this is 20, 22, 23. So there you go. Save document. We're going to try to save it anyways. See how our predictions go. For those interested, though, we will get the fantasy thing going. It will probably be first weekend of August. Just so you're aware, we are doing pick'ems again every week. I know Corbin and Tressa joined us every week last year. Hope more join in. It was very fun. This year we'll actually have an accurate count. So that will be useful as well. Kyle Rudolph signed a one-year deal with the Buccaneers to join Tom Brady now that Gronk is retired again. Just gives them another tight end. Yippee, I guess. Interesting comment in the world of sports. Pitt coach Pat Narduzzi. We play some darn good football in the ACC, and I think people forget about that. Excuse me. Ooh. But it's pretty much just a bunch of ACC versus Big Ten and SEC talk. Oh man, there's just been so much conversation. We're just waiting for another domino to fall. Yeah, so there's just a lot going. Well, there's a lot going on, just not a lot that I think people care about. Let's just be honest. Major League Baseball just had their All-Star game. The standings at this point in the Major League season, Yankees are in first of the AL East. 12.5 back are the Rays. 14 back are the Blue Jays. 16 back are the Red Sox. And of course, the Orioles are 17.5 back. And even 46 and 46, though, man. Not bad for the Orioles. In the AL Central, you got the Twins leading the way. 2 games back are the Guardians. 3 games back the White Sox. 11.5 back are the Tigers. And then 13 back are the Royals. Leading the West, you got the Astros. 9.5 back are the Mariners. Where'd they come from? No one knows. They've won 14 in a row. Bro, 14 in a row. You can't ask for better timing, though. Now, the Rangers are 17.5 back, though. The Angels just keep falling. 2 and 8 in the last 10, just falling apart, though. 21 back of the Astros. 29 back are the A's. In the National League, the Mets lead the National League East. 2.5 back are the Braves. 8.5 back are the Phillies. Marlins are 14.5 back, and the Nationals are 27.5 back. In the Central, you got the Brewers leading the way. Half game back are the Cardinals with 1 extra game and a loss. Pirates are 11 games back. Cubs 14.5 back. And the Reds are 15 back. Not terrible, but not great. And then, of course, in the NL West, you got the Dodgers leading the way. Padres 10 back. Dodgers just kind of pulling away now, finally. Giants 12.5 back. Rockies 18.5 back. And, of course, the Diamondbacks 21 back. Rockies starting to put it together again. Going to climb towards that 500 here soon, it looks like. The team with the worst win count right now would be the Athletics. They also do not own. They do not own the worst loss count. The loss count goes to the Nationals with 63. And you know what else the Nationals have? They have the lowest win count at 31. I thought 32 was the lowest, but Nationals 31 and 63, not doing so hot. On that same note, though, the Yankees with 64 right now. At this point, leading the way over everybody. We're looking at the wild card because why not? We got the wild card. Got the Braves and Padres right now, and then you got the Rays and Mariners. It's not bad. Always confused if there's actually one more with the Blue Jays, but I'm not quite sure. Sorry. So fun. Alright. The NBA wrapped up their summer league because we're kind of just in a coast mode right now. So the NBA wrapped up their summer league. The winners of the summer league, if I click on it and actually remember, I believe the Blazers summer league winners, it was the Trailblazers, if I'm not mistaken. I'm seeing everything but what I want. Let's see. Sunday is the Knicks and Trailblazers battle. The Knicks and Trailblazers finished the qualifying games with 3-1, while 5 other teams had the same. Blah blah blah. Championship thanks to a superior point differential. And the winners were your Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers won the Summer League. Trendon Watford, your MVP. Looking through some of this, though, you see some familiar names like Kyle Kuzma, Jerry Grant, KJ McDaniels, Brandon Clark. There's some names you recognize, some names that you're like, I haven't seen that guy do anything. Yeah. So what are the news, rumblings, and buzz around the league? James Harden agreed to a 2-year deal with the Sixers. The Lakers are looking at Buddy Hield. JaMychal Green is working towards a buyout, and the Warriors are looking to sign him. The Knicks are looking to score Mitchell, which is always an interesting topic, man, because I don't know who, how, why they would do that right now. If you're the Jazz, why would you just completely blow up right now? Yeah, because I'm looking. I know this whole Charles Barkley's getting some blowback because of this new league, LIV golf, which golfers are flocking to, which I can't tell you why, just because I don't know enough to tell you why. But enough that I feel like the PGA should be a little concerned about it. So, this LIV Golf, just so it's done, is an upstart professional golf circuit bankrolled by Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund. Its organizers hope to position it as a player-powered, focused alternative. So, like, players are the focus of the golf, not necessarily PGA's the focus of the golf. Another thing was Henrik Stenson was stripped of the Ryder Cup captaincy due to joining LIV Golf. Honestly, it doesn't sound bad. It really doesn't sound bad. But who is playing the LIV Golf? Update the list of PGA Tour defectors that are playing that instead of the PGA Tour. Some names that are some pretty big time PGA Tour guys: Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, and other heavy hitters, they say. Those are some big names. Everyone's just saying money. Money's the reason why they're jumping. The nation has often been criticized for handling of human rights over the years. Blah, 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 blood money, blah, 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 sports washing, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, all this is interesting. The point of the matter is, as long as people are considerate and people do what they're supposed to, I don't think it will be that bad. But right now, PGA Tour is still the place to be, still the number one. So we'll have to leave it at that and leave it hanging there for you. The Summer League superlatives, just to circle back to the NBA. The best game was Magic versus Kings. This is all superlatives for the Summer League by ESPN insider Kevin Pelton. So, MVP was Keegan Murray of the Kings. Chet Holmgren was an honorable mention, which, you know, I'm okay with that. Holmgren was a guy I really have high hopes for, now that he's also on the Thunder. Most surprising rookie, Jalen Williams. The number 12 pick, Jalen Williams. He's a bouncy guy, strong finish, and can knock down three-pointers. And is a very good defensive player. The most disappointing injury. Oh, man. Oh. Most disappointing injury in the Summer League. Got to go to E.J. Liddell. And I agree wholeheartedly. Everyone wanted to see what EJ would do. And then he tears his ACL. I really hope he makes a full recovery. I really want him to play in the NBA. But we'll have to see what happens. Slowest starting rookie, Johnny Davis. And I think this is unfair for the guy. I say it's unfair because at Wisconsin he averaged nearly 20 points per game. He's a slasher, man. If I remember right, he's more of a slasher. That skill set hasn't carried over, blah, 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 because he only shot about 25% from two and just wasn't playing. He's adjusting to the game. Just like in college, man, he's a multiple year guy. He's going to take a while to get there. Best veteran, Trey Murphy for the Pelicans. Not bad. He's probably too good to be out there, though. Other names that were playing and did very well: Quentin Grimes for the Knicks, Isaiah Joe for the Sixers, and Cam Thomas for the Nets. But the most intriguing veteran was, of course, James Wiseman. Best free agent, Jeff Doughton. Everyone loved how Kenny Lofton Jr. played. And everyone likes Taco Fall. And Xavier Simpson. Intriguing. Surprised he made it into this fan favorite. So what makes Xavier such a big name? The Jazz supplemented a home team light on NBA players with ever popular 7'6" Taco Fall. But he was in street clothes. As part of a timeout competition during the opening game in Las Vegas, top three picks, Banchero and Jabari Smith Jr., a fan said he was most excited to see hookshot guy. That being the 6-foot Simpson, who actually goes by the nickname Captain Hook by virtue of his unorthodox finishing style. Xavier Simpson, former Michigan player, was signed for the Magic for Summer League. And had lots of steals. Xavier, whose name was spelled with an X at one point in time, now spells it with a Z. It's just how it is, man. I don't know if that was just a misspelling when it was spelled with the X, but it's very possible it was just a misspelling. Yep, he was a Lima, Ohio guy. He played for two, I almost wanted to say state championship teams, but senior did not. The champions the year he took them to state. He did win with Lime LCC, Central Catholic, in 2014 as a sophomore. That's when it was, okay. Committed, of course, to Michigan. Always will be an interesting kid. He was signed for the Thunder last year, and then he joined the Magic Summer League this year, so intriguing all around. When he played for Oklahoma City, he played 4 games, scored 11 points per game, had 7.5 assists per game. Not bad. I mean, for a kid you probably want off the bench anyways, I'll take it. But with that note, we're going to end it. I will see you guys next Thursday. And we'll go over another whole topic. Maybe we'll be out of the corner. Stop being backed into this corner. Or maybe we'll stay here for a little bit. We'll see. So, I'll see you guys then. As always, this is Biro, bringing you Biro Sports Talk.